What's up, everybody? We back with another one from Purpose Partners Podcast, man. I hope everybody is doing well. Hope everybody is doing fine, man. I hope everybody is living in a purpose. Everybody just living their dreams. If you're not, and if you can wake up every single day, that means you still got time to achieve your dreams. That means God woke you up for a reason. That means there's still work to be done out here, man. So I'm just I'm hoping and wishing everybody well out there, man, because life is so amazing when you really living who you supposed to be. Like it's no other. Like you have troubles, you have problems, you have worry, but when you really built like that, like man, it's no feeling because you know you're gonna make it through. You know that you're gonna come out no matter what, and it's definitely a blessing, man. So I'm just spreading all love and joy, man, all across the world, man. Whoever listens to this, I appreciate it. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share, don't forget to subscribe. I know I've been, lacking and stuff like that on the videos, but I'm back and I'm ready to take this thing by storm because I've been sitting on it for a long time, man, and I just been playing around and kind of see and stuff like that. But now that I'm doing stuff in my community and stuff like that, I gotta take this thing by storm, man. So definitely pray for my strength, man, because I'm definitely praying for yours. Um, so so for the last past, ever since the pandemic, really, I've been thinking on this. I really just been, just writing stuff down. All across. I got so many notes in my phone. Man, I even got like journals and stuff. Like, man, I got stuff everywhere on this desk, man. I got another one. Like, I got like, I got so much that I've just been writing down because I've really been paying attention um, to just what's going on. And I'm just like, as I'm trying to become a better person, as I'm trying to evolve, as I'm trying to navigate through life, live my dream, and walk in my purpose and stuff like that. I'm like, I definitely want to, spread it all around to people that's my age and people that's kind of older than me that kind of gave up or they never really seen the way out or they never really got past a certain point. So yeah, that's definitely me. So as I just been sitting back, I really started to think about even more, um, like these last month or two, like the last month or two, I really just been sitting back and I just really just been thinking just about myself, decisions that I have made throughout life, mistakes that I could have, not have done, decisions that I could have made different. Just overall, just you know, um, not taking. I'm not. One of the things I love about Michael Jordan that he said you miss 1,000 shots that you don't take, and that's kind of like where I'm at on certain things in my life. Just not taking certain shots, and I'm just like I gotta start taking them. Um, so things of that nature. I've been talking to my family because we kind of, in the same boat. One of the things I tell people, yes, prayers they don't fade away, but problems don't fade away either. And if it's been then generation through generations, if your parents wanted to be something in life, they wanted, they had dreams and stuff like that. They went through certain doors and they didn't get a chance to make it out to that point. It's up to us as people to kind of pick up where they left off and really carry that for time and run with that thing so we can go back and help our parents and stuff like that. So, just things in that nature. I've been really paying close attention to my community, what's going on inside of my community, what's going around in my community. I don't really watch the news because it's always bad news on there, but I've been watching it and just looking at feeds and stuff like that. It's just been so much going on with younger kids, these grown men just out of control. Women are just spiraling out, you know. Grandparents are in their 30s and 40s and nobody really teaching anything anymore. It's been so chaotic. There's no big homies in the hood anymore, so it's just kind of kids just kind of running racket. Nothing to really calm them down and stuff like that. Man, you got parents, they don't want anybody to say anything to their kid, which I understand and which I get, but I'm one of those believers that it still takes a village, no matter what you think, no matter if it's both parents in a household, no matter if it's one or the other. It still takes a village because there's something that you don't know that your kids should know that can kind of help them out, which is one of the things I'm going to talk about. Because as I just, like I said, that's just my community. Just been playing what's going on around the world, the school shootings and stuff like that. And one of the biggest things that I realize is that a lot of us don't really have simple skills inside of our arsenal when it comes to life. Nobody really sits back and think about the things that they didn't finish, the things that went unsaid, the things that went unnoticed, and the things that wasn't fixed as far as the problems and encounters that people in our family faced in life, our parents and stuff like that. Nobody never really talks and examine that. Nobody never really go back and really think about that. But it kind of triggered something when my pastor said, I went back to my kids and I apologized and asked them how I'm doing now. And I say, like, man, that parents really need to hear that, because a lot of parents don't go back and they don't apologize to their kid and let them know that I was young and when I had you, this was the situation. Like, I just thought that opened so many doors, to just everything that I just kind of been thinking about. And I came to the bigger conclusion that we lack certain things in our arsenal that we should have. And one of the things is that the way that we should think. And when I think about that, it's so thin, because the mind, we always hear in the movie, the mind is a terrible thing to waste. Knowledge is power. We hear all types of stuff like that, but nobody never really, really teach us the the intensity of it. Like, nobody never really dives into it and really gets into that thing. Nobody never really told us that if you start to think a certain way, then it will start to happen. Like, if you think failure, if you think that stuff won't go through for you, if you think, all the negative stuff in the world, when you're facing situations or you going through something or whatever, then of course that thing is going to kind of, come out. For those who, read the Bible said, so a man thinketh, so for man, do it. Like, if you continue to think on something, like if you continue to think failure, like, then of course it's gonna happen. You will never really know. Like you said, you miss 1,000 shots that you don't take, so you never really know when something is really meant for you. You never really know that certain things is positioned for you, because that I don't qualify for this, that you know of. My credit score is not here or anything like that, but you don't know that at that moment, at that time, it was positioning you to do it, but you never really did it because you thought that, oh man, this ain't it. And we never really got that skill inside of our arsenal that we should train our minds to stay positive. Like, life and situations happen, they happen all the time, but at the same time, you have to understand that that's not going to be every time. Like, and I know that it's tough, because us as people, we've been through a lot and we have faced a lot of failure. But one of the things that I realized, that those just the things that we did on our own. It wasn't our time, it wasn't our purpose, it wasn't our opportunity, it wasn't none of that. We just did it because we know to think of that. But there were other ways that we could have did that, but we waste our time and energy on that, and then when they go through and it don't happen, now we're just like, whatever. So we never really bag that skill inside of our arsenal to always stay positive, always stay motivated, always stay, clear minded when it comes to life. Because if opportunity presents itself and you still thinking failure, then what do you expect to come out of that failure? Because you thought it. You could have, been in that position, but you chose to mess it up because all you thought about was, I'm not gonna do it anyway, and anything like that. Us people, we catch attitudes and all types of stuff like that, and now it's just like, yeah, whatever. So, excuse me, like, that's just what it is. And one of the things that I also realize is that you never really learn the skill. If you keep thinking on certain things, like when dramatic situations happen in your life, and you continue to think on those things or whatever. Like, let's take when people go on to be with the Lord. If you continue to think on it, one of the things that we should have learned is that let grief have his way. Like, let grief do what it's supposed to do and let grief go. Because if you allow grief to stay around longer than expected, then it would kind of take you through the motions. You're gonna go on a roller coaster every single day. One minute you happy, one minute you sad. And the only thing about that is life still goes on. Like when you're up, people, oh yeah, and you're down, people that thing still is getting counted. And now when you finally get out of that thing, you like, I don't know what's going on, why people not talking to me and stuff like that. That's because during your emotions you was spazzing out at any given moment and you didn't know that you allow grief to stick around, and that causes other things to kind of happen inside of our mind that causes depression to come along. And sometimes, if we're honest, a lot of people don't come out of depression. Depression stays around for a long time, and some people take it, as far as misfortune and situations that that happen when dealing with depression. Man, it is so critical that we don't play around with those things. It's so critical that and we learn the skill that don't talk that stuff over our lives. Like, don't, man, I'm feeling depressed. No, don't feel like that, because if you knew what that thing would do to you, then you would know, like, don't speak that over your life. But these are some of the basic skills that we never really learn, and it's never really inside of our arsenal, and we never really learn it until we actually in that situation. And some people actually don't even learn it until their kids start to go through it, or um, you watch your nieces and your nephews and stuff like that. You be like, man, hey, you did a you when you was in school, you know how it is. When you was in school, you did that too. So you got to understand, and even with that, sometimes we don't even realize. And then when our kids get older, now we trying to figure out what went wrong. It went wrong from the first day. Like, us as people, we never really got those skills, so we never really taught us. A lot of parents like, oh, I did the best that I can. That's just it. You did the best that you can. You never went beyond that point right there. So those are just some of the basic skills that we should have had in our arsenal, coming up. And you can't paint the blame game anywhere, because one of the things that I realized with my mother as I talked to her about situations is that she only can give me what my grandma gave her. And my grandma can only give what her grandma gave her, and so forth, so forth. So things is kind of just a generational thing, and we have to understand that. We have to have compassion about that, and that's why I say that as a kid, you have to learn that. You have to seek those signs. I always tell my sisters that you have to learn where you're from. If you don't know stuff, then which brings to another one is when you walk through certain doors that your family been through, man, it causes a whole bunch of hectic, chronic situations. Like, it's just like, how did I even get here? It's just, it caught you because your family been through it, and it's just consuming another victim. Nobody never sold anything back to that to try to compete it. So when you walk inside the door, you really just reaping was already there. Your own stuff that you bought to the door with it and everything like that. I always think about, when I think about doors and stuff like that, I think about the kids situation, man. A lot of us, had kids at an early age, and parents say, man, I'm just trying to, make sure you did it, which is cool, but you never really went back and got that skill level to show us why we shouldn't advocate at a certain age. We don't really know much about our parents these days, because we don't ever really talk to our parents in that form or fashion. We don't really talk about our parents' dreams and goals and stuff like that, because they're busy being parents. And one of the biggest things that I learned also was that us as people, when we have kids, I know this is going to cause a lot of controversy on social media, but it's the truth. When we have kids, we stop growing as people. We stop growing at the age we stop having kids. That's why when, as time goes on, you start to want to have fun. You start to want to spiral out, because now you ready to go have some fun and everything like that. But the only thing about that is that you're following the same suit that your mother did, because we don't know, but our mother followed the same suit. You don't know that your mom did the same exact thing, and you just following, and you never really knew anything about that. So those are just some of the basic skills. And one of the biggest ones is that, because I've been paying attention to the generations after me. Like, I mean, I definitely pray for them. I'm one of those people who still believe villages. There's kids on my block. When they out late, hey, y'all better get in the house. Like, on the school night, hey, I don't know what y'all think this is, but y'all need to go get in the house. Like, I don't care who your parent is or what your parent got to say. You go get in the house. Like, ain't nothing open at 3 o'clock in the morning. There's no reason why no little girls or no boys should be out. And there should be no reason why anybody's out that late though, unless you're working or coming from. But because bad things happen at those hours, but there's no way that a kid should be out that late. So I'm one of those people. I will come outside. If I hear you, I will come outside. Hey man, y'all need to go get in the house. I'll go knock on your parents' door. Hey, get your kids, man, because it's so much crazy stuff just happening inside of the world, and nobody is saying nothing about it. All we doing is just watch the news or just hearing about it. That's just so sad. We could have did something about that. Like, so it still takes a village, and I get it. Parents don't want people talking to their kids. I understand that completely. But one of the biggest things is that you got to understand it takes a village. I don't care what anyone say. It takes a village because there's stuff that other people know that you didn't get or you lack or whatever the case might be. So that's just one of the things, and those are just some of the skill sets that us as people we never really got a chance to learn, and those are some of the things that we lack and that we're kind of paying for it as we get older, and the older that we get and we never learn, then we wonder why people don't want to come around us. We wonder why relationships fail with our kids and stuff like that because we didn't know that it happened before. So those are just some of the things, and just dealing with generational things when you walk in the door. A lot of us don't know that lust is a strong thing that runs through family. A lot of us never really was taught how to love properly, so we lust after certain things. We lust after food and things, that stuff that we don't need, and we want it so bad. We willing to do like man, like I could go on and on. Like, we used to sell drugs because for the simple fact that we wanted new stuff and everybody was doing it. So, but we never really learned that we shouldn't do it, and that's one of the things that I take accountability at because I teach my younger nephews and cousins or kids that I'm just around. I let them know that you're never too young to be a millionaire. You're never too young to be wealthy. You don't have to follow the same footsteps that your parent. If I'm out at gas station, my wife just be like, "Oh, just get in the car." If I see a kid, I let them know like you can be wealthy right now. Like, it could be in the plan right now to make you for you to be wealthy. You don't have to wait till you get to middle school. You don't have, because one of the things in the black community is that we just put our kids in football, basketball, but what if that wasn't for them and they get to the highest level and they say, I don't want to do this anymore, or they make it to the NFL or whatever and they want to stop. There's stories all around that surface that people don't even know, that a lot of players get to the highest level and they don't know how to act, and that wasn't my dream and all that type of stuff. I always refer back to Snoop Dogg's song that he played, got to the highest level and told him that was your dream and not mine. So it's just like, that's just what it is. So we don't let our kids know that you can be doctors, you can be lawyers, like you can invent something at 5, 6, or whatever. There's a lot of like little girls, little boys that's created. Look at the Baby Shark guy. They created something in the pandemic, and now it is astronomical. It's everywhere now. Kids are singing it. Hey, I even sing. You got adults even singing it, and it's amazing. Like, you see this thing that goes on when these people are younger, and it's just like, man, just imagine if you would have told your kid that, or you should go, the stuff that we do on an everyday basis, why not just put it on the camera? Like, but that's just some of the things that, basic skills that we lack. We never was taught that you should sow into other people. Like, you should look out for other people. Social media is just so cruel, and like, it's good and bad, but the bad side is just, it's so cool because you will see, oh, I seen this kid on the bus and all that. Like, do something about it. Like, you could probably change that kid life. Like, a lot of these, like, when people come, like, when some of these younger people commit suicide and all that type of stuff, I think, like, what was the people around them not noticing, like, what was going on? Like, you know what I mean? Like, they have friends and all that type of stuff, and I didn't even know. It's because we not taking the time to really invest in the people that surround us. So, those, like, these skills that we lack, it's so much that can happen. It can change trajectory of your life, your kids' life, the people around you. Like I show love to kids all in the community, all in the community. If I got money, like if I got them extra dollars and stuff like that, you want an ice cream, or I'm at the store, you want a juice, you want some chips, like they parents put it back. I ain't got no money. Hey, come on, like that's just the type of person that I am because you would never know what that would do for a kid. And not only just that, you will never know that that kid might see you later on in life and bless you 10 times as what you did for that kid. See, those are just basic skills that we should learn. You reap what you sow. So if you sowing good inside the world, because one of the biggest things that I dislike about people today is it's always it's my four and me. It's my three and me. It's my two and me. That's cool and fine, but what if you left tomorrow? You didn't sow anything inside the world, so what's left for your kids? I always tell myself that when I go on to be with the Lord, I want to be able to sow enough where somebody see my kid on the street, and you hand my kid up. If they acting out, hey, do what you got to do because I would have did it to yours. If you my kid out here and they strung out on drugs, hey man, I know your dad. Come on, get in the car. I'm about to nurse you back up. Like that's the type of stuff that we should be thinking about. You know what I mean? Like if you sow here, then that stuff is gonna go back. Like go back. Everybody just so caught up in their own lives is that we missing out on stuff that could take us to the thing. Because one of the things I learned is that maybe that was put there for you to do the right thing so it can come back to you. Everybody when they go to job interviews and stuff like that, like man, I just don't understand why I get. Well, maybe if you would have did something for somebody else, then it could have happened for you. Like it's just so much, and it's not worth to go on about. But those are just some of the basic skills that we never got in our arsenal that we should get in our arsenal, man. So I'm challenging everybody, man, to to really think about these things, to really learn. Like if you think good, if you think positive, then positive would happen for you. If you're always thinking failure, then of course it's going to happen to you. But if you start to think that it's going to happen and you really start to think about it and you start putting yourself in position, then it will happen. One of the things I love about life, sometimes unexpected things happen all the time. They happen all the time. You just out. I want to bless you with some money. Oh, I'd have been in grocery stores and people just like, you know what? I'm just gonna pay for your groceries because when I don't have it or when they don't have it or whatever, hey, charge it to. I done been out breakfast on my birthday and I'm gonna take care of that bill over there. Just out the goodness of my heart, sometimes you don't have to worry about what's going to come back, where it's going to come from. Just know that you put a good seed in the ground, and eventually, one day, when you need that type of luck or whatever, that it's going to come back for you. These are the things that we should be teaching ourselves, our kids. These skill levels will go so many ways because if you ever look at life, if you ever just look at the people that surround you, look at the people that's famous and all that, the simplest thing bring them down. I didn't have the right friends around me. Just imagine if some of these people, it's not even worth it. Like, don't even do it. Just imagine if you had those folks around you, or when you was younger. Hey, no, 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 don't do that. All right, we got to be in the house right now. Don't even do that. It can change the trajectory of so many lives because we don't know what friends are, and we don't know what we don't know how to be it. So it's like everybody, yeah, go ahead. Like no, no, like no, we not riding around this car with guns. No, like we ain't gotta do all that to be cool. It's cool to live life and be amazing. That's cool. Running around with guns and that's not cool because, like Jeezy said, who the heck want to play with guns? A lot of holes, a lot of bullets, dog. That ain't fun. And you can end up in jail or worse than that. Like we have to learn to surround ourselves with positive people because then it will start to feed off on us. If you want to be rich, then you start hanging out with a different crowd that's thinking a certain way. You want to be in a certain field, you start doing it and you start sowing there. Hey, I just want to pay it forward. I'm just looking out. If you sow love, love will come back to you. it will come back to you. That and those are just this is just some of the things, and I don't want to like ramble, but those are just some of the things that the basic skills that we didn't have in our arsenal that we have to learn. There's no blame game. Nobody could have known because we not really thinking this way. Our parents couldn't did it because they parents didn't have it and their parents didn't have it. It's just an endless cycle. But today, if you watching this video today, you still can make it. I tell my guys all the time that have kids, hey, listen, you wouldn't, hey, nah, bro, go home, go home. Oh no, nah, bro, you got a wife at home, you got a kid at home. Nah, bro, you don't need to be hanging out here hanging, bro. No. And you want to know what? Now that I'm married, you good, Dan? Hey, yeah, you right. I'm out. That's the type of stuff that we want to do. It's not all about money and stuff like that. The best thing about life is when your name ring bells wherever you go. I know you, bro. You a good person, bro. Like, yeah, you good. You in those predict. Hey, is that you good? But if you sow corruption and all that, it's gonna follow you. It's gonna follow you everywhere. So I just wanna challenge everybody to just to learn life a little bit more. Start looking to those things that we can't see. How to really think positive thoughts, how to really stay motivated. We didn't learn if a situation didn't go through to get back up on our feet, it's going to be okay and all that. Because everybody always said, but deep down, they didn't think so either. So, of course, it's going to come back as we don't think it's okay either. But start, and you know what? It don't go through. I'm going to get it next time then. And I'm going to get it next time. And I'm going to get it next time. You keep going until one day it's going to be there, but you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. And if you put this in your arsenal, these skill sets in your arsenal, the way that you're thinking, the doors that you're going into, what you're sowing into, and everything like that, I guarantee you that that thing, if you sow into something good, then good is going to come out of that. Like that's just the route that we got to take. Sow good seeds all over the world, and I guarantee you it will start to come back to you. I guarantee you. I guarantee. And even if it don't come back to you, when you gone or whatever the case might be, or you not around, you at work, it's gonna come for your kid. You ain't gonna ride. They forgot. I got you. Come on. Versus somebody seeing your kid and just they parent they came to pick them up. That's just the type of people that we are. But it's okay because if you get a chance to wake up every single day, then it's time. It's time. It becomes a time where you can just sit back and think, and then you can change. Like and so many lives can be changed in a snap of a finger if somebody else would just step in and make a way, make provision. Like that's just what it is. No blame game nowhere. We could have. You should have taught me this. You should have did. No, no, no. It's cool. Like you learn now. You wake up and you do it now. You do it now. I always tell the guys that's out there with that was baby daddies at an early age and they walked away. It's okay. It's okay. You was young. You didn't know what to do. Even if you're older, you know what? You didn't know what to do. So now we know what to do. Let's do it. Let's go get your kid back. Like that's just what it is. Like, and the mothers that's out there that's holding the kids against them, like, I get it. It's like it's tough. I get it, but we have to be 100% honest with the kid because if we sow that, then he's gonna sow that. Then your kid is gonna sow that over and over and over again, and it's just gonna simply change by you just doing the right thing. That's it. As we had a kid, it's life. It happened, but I guarantee you, if we start living our lives this way and really thinking about it from all angles and just letting it flow, I guarantee you it will start helping us out tremendously. And not only just that, it will help the next person out and the next person. It will help our kids out. You sow here, you sow here. It ain't all just about, us. If you so selfish, then you're gonna reap selfish. Why nobody don't want to mess with me? Because when you was in that mode, but if you sow it, then it would come back to you. So I just challenge everybody, man, to just start sowing good ground. Start like going after your dreams, going after your purpose. Don't allow situations take you under. It's okay. Stuff happens. Life happens every single day. But I guarantee you, if you get back up and you do what you're supposed to do, I guarantee it's going to come back to you. If you put time and effort into something, then of course it's going to come back to you 100-fold, and it's going to be amazing. It is going to be amazing. I'm thinking about just all the work that LeBron put in, and to watch his son on that stage, it's amazing. It's so many stories all around the world where little girls is coming up with lemonade stands, not her lemonade stands in Walmart, coming up with seasoning, not a little boy seasoning in Walmart. Like, it's so many opportunities out here. All you gotta do is just open your eyes, start sowing everywhere that you go, start sowing love, start sowing the way that you think and all that, and I guarantee you start reaping it. Not only just that, your kids will start reaping it way after you go, man. So I can go on and on because this is something I just been thinking about over the last past couple of years, and since the pandemic and stuff like that. You know, it took me to lose a lot to really start to think like this, and really starting to understand that I'm needed. I'm needed. That no matter what I'm going through, there's benefit to what I'm going through. There's somebody that could benefit from the story. I can sit down. I ain't had no dad, man, so I ain't learned that. It is what it is. But that's in my next video though, so be on the lookout for that one though. But I can we can, but there's no point. It's just time to learn. That's it. That's all it is. It's just time to learn. It's time to do better. It's time to dream again. Have goals again. Set them. Write them down. The Bible say when you write your goals down and you make them plain, then it becomes a reality. Okay, okay. That's just the way it is. So, and that's just you sowing to your life. Like, so, I definitely challenge y'all, man, to just, you know, put those skills in your repertoire, man. Gotta be in an arsenal. And I guarantee you it's gonna help you in life, man. So I thank y'all for listening, man. Like I said, this is just me telling my story, just trying to help people out, man. And I appreciate y'all listening to this, man. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share, don't forget to subscribe. I gotta get my subscribers up. Like I'm ready to take this thing by force because I really want to get my stories out there, my perspective. And I'm definitely looking forward to the comments and stuff like that. And the higher I go, I'm gonna start doing lives and stuff like that because I want to hear from the people, man. I want to know, about you because I want to make this a safe space, especially for my guys. I want to make this a safe space where we can grow together. Like, man, just imagine if guys would help other guys out in a time of need versus talking about them and stuff like that. But that's in my next video though. So don't forget to like, don't forget to share, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button, man. And I'm on all social media platforms. Damon Ward. I am on all social media. I'm working on the Twitch. So that's definitely coming. When I really start to get inside just events, just looking at my day, the what I'm preparing and stuff like that. It's gonna be amazing, man. I'm telling you, it's gonna be an amazing ride. I just want to do my part, man. So don't forget to like, don't forget to share, and don't forget to subscribe, man. Until the next time, man. I love y'all. I'm praying for y'all, and I pray that everybody have nothing but great success, man. Thank y'all. I appreciate it.